I'm Grace from Disgraced Weekly. I'm here with Elijah
What's
Rosario.
going on?
Thank you for joining me today at this park.
Yes, beautiful Dorothea Dix Park.
So it's been like almost 2 years since I first interviewed you.
You know what? Yeah, it has now. Yeah,
Because
wow.
I can't. It was right after Can't Get It Up came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's dog. 2 years is crazy. That was 2 years ago. It's crazy to me. When I saw you posted that highlight, I was like, dang, like it's been that long since that song came out. And I don't know. I ran into somebody at Mark's crib. We were doing a session, and this dude came over just for a little bit, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, like." I heard that one song. It was like floating around. And I said, Need Me? He was like, nah, it's another joint. And Mark was like, Can't Get Enough. He was like, Can't Get Enough. And I said, Wow, that's crazy. That's how you got to know my music.
So, how do you think you have grown in your life and like things have changed since then?
Oh man. I mean a lot's changed from 2022 to now. Well, got a new baby.
Yeah, when I interviewed you, you only had one.
Yeah, I got a second baby. And honestly, I'm just a lot happier now. Everything I've gone through in the last 2 year span, like from touring to new baby, my dad passing away, going through that grieving process and deciding to do it differently. That this time I just said, you know what, I'm gonna cry my tears. I'm gonna go through with the rest of the tour. We had the Discovery After Death tour last year, and I said, all right, after I'm done with this tour, I'm really just gonna take a pause and I'm gonna work on getting myself fully back in tune, with who I want to be. So I just took a break and I decided to work on my mental, work on my spiritual, work on being more present with my kids. So
Mhm.
now, as I've been on this journey of working on Elijah and not just like Elijah's artistry and Elijah's shows and stuff like that, it's like I'm really enjoying who I am now. My wife is enjoying it. My kids are loving it. I'm just more present now in these
Mhm.
moments. That's really what's changed as far as what I deem to be important in life these last 2 years.
I watch videos of your kids. They're so funny.
They're a handful,
Like,
man.
I'm
I ain't gonna
obsessed
lie.
with your wife's stories.
Two is two is different, Grace.
They
It's
crack me
two
up.
is different, and they just both feed off each other.
There was
Like,
this one video that I just kept replaying. It was the older one was like in the room or like she was trying to like get away and then baby is like trying to crawl up the
oh
door
yeah,
and then she's like, leave me alone.
yes.
And then all of a sudden the baby just comes crawling out from the corner like racing. I'm like, I didn't know they went that fast.
No, Grace. She goes fast, and now with her walking, it's like she's fast walking. Like I've never seen. We didn't see Catalina walk that quick whenever she started walking, but Zafira just walks so fast. She does everything so quickly, and she's so giggly and bubbly. But Cat ignites everything out of that girl. Like as soon as she sees Cat playing or sees Cat doing something, she immediately goes to see what's going on. Cat just gets annoyed. Like
Oh yeah, that's
it's
the sibling dynamic, I feel like. I
it's
never had siblings, but that's what I heard.
oh my gosh. I grew up in a house with three boys, and
Mm.
definitely I definitely see where Cat's so bothered. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Where's somewhere that you're excited to take them once they're old enough to, just be able to walk around and, you
Um,
know.
it's funny you said that. My wife and I we talk about that often. My wife's from Honduras, and one place she wants to take them is she wants to take them back home to Honduras.
Mhm.
So she wants to wait until they're a little older so she can take them back to the farm that she grew up on and just see like uh all the chickens, all the animals and stuff like that, and just let them get a chance to experience the life she had.
Mhm.
For me, I'd like to take them like at least on a family vacation somewhere out of country. Even if we just like say let's try Puerto Rico. I know that's still the U.S., but like let's just go to Puerto Rico and let's see if maybe I find some of my family there,
Mhm.
find some of my roots, and see how that feels. I think they'd like it. Kat probably would love the fruit, and so would Zafi. They love eating fruit. They love adventuring and just trying new stuff. So I think those would be some cool places to take them.
Yeah, and the fruit's so much better in other countries.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard.
yeah, because here's GMO'd, and so it's readily available all the time. Where there, it's more seasonal.
I look forward to like
Mm-hmm.
getting a chance to experience other countries. I only other place I've traveled is Canada. I've not had the luxury of just going to another country outside of
Mm-hmm.
Canada. So I'm looking forward to even going other places.
Yeah, I didn't really go out of the country besides Canada until I got older.
Yeah,
And yeah, I've been really enjoying it, like going to different places. Like I'm planning somewhere in Asia with my friend this year at the end
nice.
of the year. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's, different architecture, different people. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. But it's just, I don't know, completely
What would you say was
like,
your favorite place you've gone so far?
hmm, probably probably somewhere in Spain or France, but those
Hmm.
are only like two like European places I've been. So,
I
but like
mean,
I
those are
love
good
like the
spots.
water over there and like those like cities over there. And also I liked Barcelona a lot.
Oh,
It's
I've
not
been to
my favorite,
Barcelona.
but like
Yeah.
it was really nice because it's like New York kind of, but less dirty. But it's easy to like the transportation's just like that, and there's a
Hmm.
beach there and hills. It's really confusing because I feel like it sits on two different planes,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't understand how that works with the city. Like,
Ah,
like you'll walk up, like you have to walk upstairs to get to this road, that's
yeah.
going this way.
And then it's just like, but it's just super confusing.
Yeah, I think it's just built on a hill.
Ah,
But I don't know. It's really confusing.
need to know if anybody knows the history of Barcelona. Please let me and Grace know
Yeah.
if it was built on some
Is
hills.
I know what is it called? There's like this thing on top of the hill with the certain kind of art. I think it's like the Gaudi type of art,
Hmm.
like Gaudi. And I can't remember what it's called, but you gotta walk up these like hills and
Oh, I
then
don't
up
know if I
these
could do that
steps to
right
get
now.
there, and you don't expect it because it's a big like tourist destination,
Hmm.
and so everybody takes pictures there, and like you'll like if you probably have seen like people post there before.
Yeah,
It's like the typical like place to post, but it's a lot of walking. And then
I.
once you're up there, there's a lot of walking around, like things to do.
That's one thing I've heard about Europe is like everything is all about walking. Backpacking,
Oh
like
yeah.
backpacking is the thing. That's all I've heard. My wife got a chance to go abroad and study in Denmark, but then she also like, had some time to like go to Italy, and then she went to Barcelona, met with some friends there, and I want to say she went to London too for like a day,
Mm.
but she said that it's just all backpacking,
That's a
especially
lot of
across Italy.
walking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely tires you out compared to living this lifestyle.
You can drive everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm definitely glad to be privileged to have a vehicle. You know, I didn't like, even though I didn't go overseas or nothing, I understand what that pedestrian life is all about. I've done it for a long time before I got a car and got situated.
Mm,
It's not fun, but it keeps you healthy, I guess,
yes,
too.
definitely. You get
Keeps
your
you
steps
healthy
in.
for sure. For sure, don't miss no steps.
'Cause I have a Fitbit and I don't really reach my steps normally.
Mm.
And yeah, if I go like traveling somewhere, I get like 10,000 steps a day or something. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. But then I come home and I don't do that.
I don't know what it is about traveling that makes us want to just
It's just,
always
I
go
feel like it's the
somewhere.
adrenaline of like being excited. Like
Mm.
I can get up early when I'm traveling and it's like, I'll be tired, but like I'm ready to go. Whereas like here, I can't get up early. Like it's very hard.
You feel like it's just tough to just like get out of here and just go do what you want to go do.
No, I like because like if I don't have an alarm, I could just sleep probably all day. If I don't have anything to do, I can just keep sleeping. Like I'm that tired. I don't know.
Mm.
So yeah, it's very hard to get up.
Hello. Oh, kisses for me. Yay. I'm doing good.
So you've been to this park before for the Dreamville?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize how big Dorothy Dix was until I got to Dreamville,
Yeah,
and I was like,
and you got lost.
dude, it's so easy to get lost out here.
I'm surprised there wasn't more drunk lost kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shout out to the Ubers holding it down. I saw a lot of Ubers getting that coin and getting people home safely.
Mm,
So I think that's probably what helped this year.
yeah. Do you know the history of this place?
Nah,
So originally, I was just reading about it because I only know it used. So it used to be a mental hospital, and that's the main thing. Like Dorothea Dix, I was looking her name up, and she actually was like an advocate. Oh, she burped. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
But she was like a mental. She would go to like mental health like places, like asylums and prisons, and she would like advocate for like better like treatment of people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was a mental health asylum, I guess, named after her. I don't know, later, eventually. I was looking though, and they used to definitely do like electric shock therapy and all that like messed up
What?
stuff. Yeah, yeah. Like some of these old buildings.
Is that? Oh, so that would
Yeah,
explain why it has like that old medical facility appeal to it in
yeah,
some of these
yeah. And like
buildings.
even the houses like back there, like
Yeah.
whatever area. I don't know which way we're pointed, but yeah, it's interesting. And then also, so I knew that because there's signs like around the park.
Yeah.
But then before that, it was actually a plantation for like I think 150 years or
The
something.
plantation part, I can definitely
Yeah.
could understand.
And then before that, it was Native American indigenous land that they got pushed out of.
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious. And now it's Dreamville's land.
Yeah, Dreamville. I just
Jeez.
saw a wedding. There's a kid's birthday party, like the dog park.
All
It's
going on
crazy.
right
Yeah.
now as we're just chilling here in this area of the park. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like sad and messed up. Then it's also like I guess this is the best like
it's gonna
thing.
get,
Like I
yeah.
mean, like it's for the public.
Yeah.
Anybody can come here and just enjoy the park. It's not owned by like somebody like
That is a cool thing. I like Dorothea Dix. Dorothea Dix is like, I don't know, it's just real like laid back, and there's so much you can do. I even think as a creative, like there's a lot that you can do around this park in particular, just
hmm
as a creative. Like we did some we've done some content around here before, so it's really cool here.
um. So speaking of mental health,
Oh yes, yes,
how has
yes.
yours been?
Um, well, my mental health is been a lot better. Um, for me, the last, what's it now, June, right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's June
it's
1st.
June 1st. Yeah,
Happy June.
happy June. Um, I would say for me, man, like last year when I was on tour and just battling, still processing grief after my when my dad passed, I was like really, really in a dark place. Like I would be, in like the hotel rooms,
Mm.
just like just I remember just being that way and just feeling so lost. I'll be on FaceTime with my wife and I would just feel like at my lowest. But, I wanted to finish and push through what I'd already committed to and try to give that 110%. And it was tough. It wasn't like easy. It was really hard to just push through on that end. And I really didn't find myself pulling things together until my church had did like a 21-day fast, and we just did a complete reset for the like first part of the year. And so I like just gave up drinking and just gave up like other things that I was really in tune with that I felt was really just holding me back. And after that fast, I not only just felt closer to God, but I was able to also like let go of drinking heavy.
Mm.
Like so, I used to drink every day of the week, and now I don't anymore. I don't even drink during the week. I might have a beer or
I'm
some
trying to get
wine
there.
on the weekend. It's tough, and because I've been doing it for 10 years,
hmm
and so that was a habit to let go. But I recognized immediately how I was getting myself back centered with my spirituality and also allowing some vices to be let go. My mind was becoming clearer. My emotions were becoming much clearer to me. So how I communicate with my wife, how I communicate amongst my children, how I communicate with my friends, it all just, I don't know, it's more clarity.
hmm
And now fast forward in 6 months here into 2024, like I said earlier on, I just feel much lighter. I feel much happier. Like I don't feel the same pressure I was applying on myself, because I was beating myself over the head all the time because I wasn't really present. Now
hmm
I feel sharper. and it's one of the best places it's one of the best spaces I've been in, to be honest with you, since 2019. I haven't been
Yeah.
I haven't been this
How
like
many years is
vibrant.
that?
5 years.
5 years.
I haven't felt this vibrant and alive since my wedding, and that's crazy to say,
Hmm.
but so much happened, in the last 5 years. So I just feel better these days, man. Now nothing's perfect. I still go through my times where I might have a day where I'm feeling really sad, and I'll be like, "What you feeling sad for?" And let's go through and just check in, like what's going on for real. And if I really feel down, like I'll call my pastor or something, and we'll talk, and he'll just bring some encouragement, or somebody will randomly call me, and that'll just spark my day up, like, and it'll just bring clarity to what I'm really dealing with. So it's a lot better these days.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like small things help me a lot. Like just small little things, like her walking up to me and licking me or something, or just like yeah, getting a call from somebody and spontaneously doing something, or just anything, any kind of like just getting out of the house
Yeah,
and being more present. Is I do like sometimes I feel like there's just something wrong, but I don't have like anything particular in my mind
to
that's wrong.
attach it to.
Yeah, it's just like something's wrong, but there's nothing there. So yeah.
Sometimes I just feel like maybe I can at least speak for me. Like I might just get so caught up in my head. I feel like also I got to get better at this, but I look at my phone too much, and
Hmm.
sometimes like what I see on my phone, it just simultaneously is making me put forth actions and display things that are just a repercussion of what I'm seeing online. Like, oh dang, I wish I was that. I wish I could do this, and we all do it, But I look at my reality, and I'm like, bro, your reality doesn't suck, bro. So like, why why are you feeling this way? Or like you just said, you'll feel some type of way, but you can't really attach it to
Hmm.
something. So what's really going on? But that internal check in though does help keep things in perspective for me.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the problem also is just so much stuff going on in this world, and like so many people
Yes.
like
Uh,
suffering and different disasters, war, natural disasters. Like
yeah.
it's just
It's a lot happening
yeah.
right now in the world. It's a crazy space, and I feel like I feel like now more days, even just leaning on each other, having conversation, bringing things to the forefront of how we really feel, and not just speaking on what people might want to hear. You just never know what speaking on what you're dealing with, but speaking on how you overcame it too, or how you're overcoming something could help somebody. More being more open hearted, I think it's gonna help over
Mm.
time, especially with what we're dealing with, making it safer for us to have more conversations like this, even um, because it is a
Listening to
lot going
people
on.
more.
Yeah.
I try to read too, like just
Mm.
reading like history and just like people's things people have gone through that I may have not known about,
Yeah.
that might not affect me, but it's part of the history.
And staying informed and staying aware.
Mm.
Yeah. I think awareness is very important. And knowing history it shouldn't be slept on.
Oh yeah.
You should know history.
So Peanut wants to know.
Peanut wants to
Are
know.
you?
Peanut, what you want to know? What you want to know, Peanut?
Yeah, you ready to speak? Are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm a dog person,
Are you? Come here,
100%.
Peanut.
100%.
You hear that?
Yes.
She's so tired.
Peanut,
She's always so sleepy.
Peanut, what is your question? I'm ready to answer it. Whatever you
You got any
need.
other questions? Does he have any treats?
I didn't bring any
Oh.
treats, and I'm sorry. I should have wore the T-shirt. I should have wore your
uh,
T-shirt today. I should have so wore it so you can see how much of a fan I am of you.
she doesn't even know.
She doesn't even know. I wear that thing faithfully every week for real. I wear that T-shirt every week, dude. It's crazy.
Um. So, where am I going from this? Interview over. I'm just kidding. So, you're about to drop your EP, Sacred Summers.
Yes, yes, June 5th.
Tell me about that.
All right, yeah. So, well, let's see. how did Sacred Summers even come about? I think I watched Forrest Gump, and that was a crazy way to start. I watched Forrest Gump recently, and I was like just taking in the story a little differently this time, because at first when I watched Forrest Gump, I just saw somebody who um, just would walk around in the world, do whatever they want to do. Was a war hero, was a business owner. The guy was relentless, and he loved somebody who didn't love him back. And I thought, and that was just a blanket side, but for some reason this time I was able to attach myself to the love story of Forrest Gump more than the actual drama.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I was just really inspired by the dynamic that Jenny and Forrest had with one another. He was someone who was always good to her, and she knew that he was good to her, but she wasn't ready to commit to him. And so that just got my wheels turning, and I just started. I think I ended up making Chase and Fallen, and we had made Chase and Fallen, and shout out Chris Parks. He was in the studio that night. Chris Parks actually helped me write that song, and Mark was in there too. He helped me write that song. Him and Chucky produced that, and we had made Chase and Fallen, and I was just listening to the words, and I was like, bruh, like this is like it's a great starter of like just going back into my experiences. Like you're 30 years old now. You've had a lot of different experiences in life, especially with monogamy and the challenges you face with monogamy. So I wanted to paint a storyline and just give people some insight on my experiences with monogamy. And I wasn't Forrest Gump. I was Jenny. I was that person who would do whatever they want to do, fly by the seat of their pants. I'm quick. I'm not thinking. I'm just reacting. Especially in relationships, I wasn't somebody who who really I knew I wanted love. I knew what love was, but I didn't really know how to receive it in a capacity of submitting parts of myself to someone until I met my wife.
Mm.
So Sacred Summers outlines just the journey and experiences of my times with women during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not to be disrespectful, it's not to be distasteful, at least in my opinion. And I appreciate those experiences I had because not only did it give me this music, but it's a part of reality. Like I'm not single no more, but I can definitely still speak from somebody who was single and things you go through. And there might be something in there for someone who is single and doing their thing, may not have a relationship, but it's like, okay, this guy's just navigating life. But I also wanted to sprinkle bits and pieces of just the nostalgia of what I missed. Like when I talk about '05 Corolla, like I'm just really just reminiscing about what it was like for me in the most simplest of times, without responsibilities, without bills.
Mm-hmm.
You just with your friends. You going wherever. You can call your parents, ask them for $25 here and there. Um, and yeah, just and then also like recognizing when you come home, like what it's like to meet up with the people you ain't seen in forever. And I think that's what Double Click gives me. But yeah, that's how we got the Secret Summers. It's starts with Forrest Gump, and then I just take it and tie it in with my reality and things I have dealt with, and decide to give it in a. I wasn't trying to get too deep with it. I wanted to keep it a little more lighthearted because it's summer,
Mm-hmm.
and summer to me isn't serious. It's just not,
Yeah.
So that was a
It's
balance.
a good summer vibe. I told you that.
Yes, yeah, thank you, thank
Good
you.
pool vibes.
A balance. I think the balance is what we was really aiming for. Even with Prolific, who helped me executive produce it. I took 12 songs to Prolific, and I was like, let's narrow this down to 6.
Mm-hmm.
And we just picked the 6 records that fit the vibe that we wanted, that still curated a storyline. Um, and that was another thing too. It's like I wanted people to be able to walk away with some type of storyline, like where you can get the foreshadow of what the whole experience is about, and then like we take you down into this rabbit hole of backtracking. So after Chasing Fallen, when we get into Typo, we're just taking you back to how it got to Chase and Fallen in the first place. So that's how we got Sacred Summers. Yeah. Shout out to everybody involved. Joel Venom, Beats by Mark, Chucky, Prolific. You guys are all incredible. Chris Parks, thank you for helping me write Chase and Fallen. It's been just a great experience collaborating and been to bring pieces of my life, into the art.
So, do you have a sacred summer you want to talk about?
Oh my God. Actually, yes, I do. And this one has something to do with me, but it doesn't really have me as the highlight of the story. So my friends and I, we all decided to go to this house party. This was, I want to say it was probably like my sophomore year in college. We all decided to go to this house party, this apartment in Greensboro. And one of my boys, he's a DJ at the time. He still does DJ. Another one of my guys, he's like a house party promoter, but he's a playboy. And I got my brother there, and we got a couple other friends. So me and a couple of my friends, we're just like hanging out with these girls in this one room, and we're just kicking it while everybody else is in the party partying, and we're just going back and forth, just hanging out. So I want to say it's probably like midnight around this time. I'm having the best time ever. Like I'm like so in tune with the energy and the frequency that's happening in the room. And that might have been because there were other things to partake in. But I was so in tune, and me and my boy was so good. So we just step out real quick just to that's when you could really, I feel like that's when you could really dance. That's when you could really like just dance and vibe. And that was that type of time.
Okay.
And so it's time to get active. It's time to go do what we do. And all of a sudden, we just hear I look back and I see my boy's holding his face. His girl's hand is looking like it's on fire. And the DJ's music had to stop.
It was that loud?
That's how loud it was. And my man's got slapped right in the middle of the party.
Oh, no.
But that's not where the party ends. We close up everything. Police comes around, whatever, shuts it down. Then I want to say my other friend who was with me in the room, I want to say he was probably a little too high, probably a little too drunk, and he had us chasing him in the parking lot of the apartment complex. Like we're like trying to chase the guy, and it's like a 5v1. Like it's like me and like my other 4 friends were like trying to just get one dude. It was crazy, and he's strong too, little scrawny self. Like he's strong. We trying to hold him down. We try to get him in. That was a crazy night.
Sometimes you just gotta run away.
No, seriously, he was really trying to run away, and we're like, bro, like it's us. Like what you doing? What you tweaking off of? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, bro, what are you tweaking on right now? Like what's going on? Well, we were just vibing like 10 minutes ago. What was going on? But that I will never forget that. I will never forget that summer house party. What a time. Fun night, very adventurous. But shout out to my boy who got slapped. You know who you are. And shout out to my boy that made us chase you all around the parking lot. Love y'all both.
So how?
That was me.
That was you. Okay, I'm just making sure. I was like, just stop. Have you ever been slapped?
I haven't gotten slapped. I've gotten something slapped off me. So again, house party. Fast forward. I mean, backtrack. Year before this house party, I'm at a house party. It's the end of school, beginning of summer. Everybody's in there. Great time, vibes, all that. It's all good. It's like 2013, and this girl I knew, we were seeing it. We used to see each other, and she ended up coming to the party. She asked one of my boys, like, "Yo, is that's?" Everybody called me Eli. All my friends called me Eli. It's like, "Is that Eli?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's Eli right there." She was like, "Hey man, F you, bro." And I was like, "F me?" I'm drunk. I'm like, "F you." And she's like, "Nah, for real, F you. You told such and such, whoop-de whoop-de whoop." And I'm like, "Where was the lie?" And next thing you know is slap my head off my head. I'm just like,
Not the hat.
She slapped my hat off my head, bro. I ain't got no haircut, so I'm even more embarrassed. Like, I got the hat on.
There's a reason for the hat.
There's a reason for the hat, and you're ruining the whole like fit that I got. I got the hat on for a reason. A very embarrassing moment. Not a way you want to end your freshman year of college. But I learned a valuable lesson that day. Just don't be at the party. Don't stay at the party when you know you might have some smoke with somebody. Just leave. Just go to the next place. That's what I should have did.
So it's pretty much sunset, kind of
Ooh,
somewhere. The sun was at one of these places,
it was.
but sunrise or sunset? What do you prefer?
I prefer sunset.
Me too, because I don't have to get up.
Exactly.
Like if I'm up, I like the sunrise. And I guess it depends on where you are. Like if you're at a beach and the sunrise is on, where the sea is,
Hmm.
then sunrise. But like I
Mm.
think Miami, you see the sunrise on the beach, but sunset goes to the buildings.
You want to know who has a beautiful sunrise for real? For real? New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, when
I
we
guess that would make sense to me, I think.
very beautiful. When we were in Albuquerque for the Can't Get Enough tour, I don't know why I was up so early. I just couldn't like I was like it was probably super early, and I just ended up getting some coffee. Went to go take a smoke, and I just looked. I was like, oh my gosh! Like you just see the desert and the sun
Mm,
just rising up, and it was so serene. I was like, man, what a beautiful place we live on. Like, what a beautiful planet,
yeah.
you know?
That's one reason why I like traveling is just seeing like all the
Yeah,
different
seeing it from a
things that
different point of
nature can
view.
create too.
Oh my gosh, like that was so, and it was so pretty too. Like, it was just so pretty. I don't think I had seen a sunrise that pretty. I don't think I've been that early. I don't think I've been. Well, let me take that back. I've had some days where I've been up that early for no reason. Well, for reasons, but for no reason I should have been in bed. But yeah, that's a beautiful time.
So, what can we expect from your release party? I'll make sure to actually drop this part before the
Okay.
release party.
I would say from
And not a year later.
Grace has, for context, so Grace she recorded like a really really cool video for the Lincoln Theater show we did last year in August, and I've been told it's a great video. We're just waiting, just like y'all are waiting. I'm waiting to see it, but I know it's gonna be amazing. So
It's
I
gonna
can't wait.
happen.
It's gonna happen.
This might come out before that, probably.
um, but for the Sacred Summer show, um, couple of things you can really expect from us. One, no DJ, no backing tracks, all live band. And I have to clarify and specify on that more because that one message somebody sent me through the private joint, I was like I was disappointed in myself. That's how somebody felt, but I appreciated it because I'm like that's real, and I want to
Hmm.
always welcome that type of feedback. But that's one. Two, you can expect to see me just in a different light. For me, if you never see me with a live band, it's a different sauce. It's a different energy off the gate. I'm not the same artist that I am with tracks. I can tell you that 100%. More importantly, though, let's just focus on the ambiance. Like what this Sacred Summers EP release party is really supposed to feel like is like a kickback that you pull up to and you're seeing faces that you already will know, and you're gonna see some faces that you probably don't know or ain't seen in a long time. But it's gonna just all be love, and it's all gonna be like family oriented, which is why I left it open to all ages so people could bring their families. But it's gonna be that type of energy, and more importantly, we're all gonna get a chance to watch the Sacred Summer short film exclusively.
Ooh.
That's really where the secret sauce is. I've never done a short film. Um, we did the short film experience all in music video format. So I don't think we've seen anything done like that before. If we have, then shout out to whoever has executed it. I want to see references. But that's what we're bringing to the table. You know, a great ambiance that feels like a family function, a short film premiere, and a full live band show. And I don't think there's anything better to do on a Sunday afternoon. So make sure you're
Oh,
there. Transfer
definitely.
Co
I'll be
Ballroom,
there.
June 9th, 3 p.m. sharp, because we starting on time.
So thank you for showing up here in the middle of the grass field.
Absolutely. I love it here. I love it.
Shout out you. If you want to share your Instagram.
Yes, absolutely. My Instagram is ElijahRosario.music. You can also find me on all socials at Twitter is eRosarioMusic. But to make everything easier for you guys nowadays, I don't like shouting out too many socials. Just go to my website,
Oh,
ElijahRosarioMusic.com.
you got a website?
Got a website now.
Okay, I'll
So
check it out.
socials, merch, music, everything is already on the website. Go check it out. Buy some merch exclusively. We got the Sacred Summers merch up there online exclusive. So make sure you get that too before the show.
Still can. That was right. 2 years later.